欢迎光临会客室，我是小蜜。今天的会客室呢，为大家请到的大来宾是我们APAPA的年轻一辈哦。在上一集的节目中呢，我们请到APAPA的 founder 来跟我们聊聊当初为什么会成立这样子一个要团结我们亚裔的一个这么棒的非营利组织哦。那今天为大家邀请到的是他们的年轻一派，为大家邀请到的是我们的 Mary Yin。Thank you for coming, Mary.
Hello. Thank you so much for having me. I'm so honored to be here today.
I know you are the second generation. How about tell us what's your mission statement for the next 2 years or 5 years?
Today we are celebrating our 43rd chapter. So 43 chapters total across the country between California and Washington, D.C. And I'm just so honored to be here in Southern California to celebrate the grand opening of the Pacific Coast chapter.
Wow, so impressive. So it's already 43 chapters
43
already.
chapters, all volunteer driven. And we so much appreciate that grassroots effort. Many volunteers of all ages across the country. And so we are meeting with the board members of our Pacific Coast chapter, led by Dr. Yongping Chen, who actually was appointed to the acupuncture board by Governor Newsom. So we have some outstanding volunteers. And these are truly community leaders who care, they give their time, their resources, and they work so hard, many often behind the scenes, to enable us to fulfill our mission. So we are celebrating today, and there will be hundreds of people at the NBC Seafood Restaurant right around the corner. We're expecting nearly 300 attendees, including several congressional members. Congressional member Ted Lieu, Mark Takano, Young Kim, and also representatives from California State Treasurer Fiona Ma's office and Assemblymember Mike Fong's office. We are very honored and privileged. And of course, yourself, your husband, Judge Adam Chang, and others will be there as well. And the mayor of Monterey Park, Henry Lowe. And I think they will be able to host, I see you have our brochures here, hopefully they'll host some of our APAPA student interns in their offices. And those college students will have great opportunities to be able to advance in leadership and civic engagement, and also to get out the vote. We just finished midterm elections. Yeah, just finished elections, right? After in early November. And it's exciting to see so many up and coming Asian leaders. And we really need to remember to vote, to be at the table and make sure our voices are heard. It's so important. And I've been part of APAPA all my life, it seems like. But after law school, I did work as a deputy district attorney, as a prosecutor for a few years. And so I know that Asian hate crime in the last few years has been rising. It's been significant and very alarming, and a serious priority and concern for our communities. And we have been very much at the forefront on behalf of APAPA to make sure that legislators and public officials know how important that is to protect our communities, to make sure that there is legislation that supports our communities, and to make sure that law enforcement does pursue and protect our communities, whether that be legislation through enhancements or reporting, charging and sentencing. Much of that is awareness. And that is why APAPA led over 18 rallies across the country. And this was unity against hate in the last 2 years. And those rallies were held in Freedom Plaza in Washington, D.C., in Texas, in Southern California, Northern California at our state capitol. And we had over 200 public officials join us in person during the pandemic as well, to rally and to make sure people were aware and that we would act to support legislation on behalf of our communities. And I was just very honored to be part of that, to fly on a plane, even with former Congress member Mike Honda and also Congressional member Kai Kahale and others. It was just wonderful. And of course, Congressmember Judy Chu came as well. So many of them came out, as well as our student interns. I think the next generation is leading. So it is just an honor and privilege to be part of that and to support our chapters across the country.
Wow, so as a new immigrant, like me, I'm so Fabi, right? If I want to involve with APAPA, how do I get to contact with you guys?
Well,
how do I join?
Anyone can join. We have a wonderful website. Just go to apapa.org and just sign up. We'd love to receive your contact information, so just your name and your email address for our database. And also, we have different membership and sponsorship levels. All the proceeds, all the funds go to support our volunteer-driven chapters across the country to do the good work that they do. One of our core programs is our internship program, and we are growing actually next year, 2023, we will grow from 250 to over 300 interns across the country.
Wow.
And that is truly opening up doors of opportunity for college students and high school students as well to receive support through professional development workshops, hands-on training and mentoring, and to be able to meet different leaders of industry, including legislators and public officials, where they will be placed to work in their offices. So they will receive real hands-on work experience. And it is a great opportunity experience for them. It's 8 weeks, part-time, and their programs are throughout the year. So students can choose their session, fall, winter, spring, or summer. And it is truly a remarkable, and I think just a life-changing experience for the students as well.
Oh, so the website is apapa.org.
Yes.
O-R-G, apapa.org,
Yes.
right?
APAPA stands for Asian Pacific Islanders Americans Public Affairs Association. We are a nonprofit organization, local and also national, with expanding chapters across the country.
哇，APAPA现在有这么多的这个计划，如果大家想要做一个这个 intern 培养自己的小孩的话呢，可以直接到他的网站去，我们的网址在我们的 apapa.org， 在我们的电视荧幕上面都可以看得到。我们现在休息一下，继续回到我们节目现场，继续来跟我们的 APAPA 来跟他多多请教哦。在未来呢，这个2023年、2024年就在眼前了，超前部署有什么好准备的呢？现在不断的有新的这个 chapter 有分部一直出来，如果我们要参加的话，是不是就近就可以联系得到？我们休息一下，不要走开，马上回来。继续回到会客室，我是小米。今天在我们节目现场为大家邀请到的是我们的APAPA。上次呢，我们有在第一集的部分，我们学习到了说APAPA这一个组织呢，在我们的南加州现在越来越多人有在注意哦，而且呢，尤其在选举年的时候，大家很知道说哦这个重要性哦，一定要把自己的话语权，让自己的这个参与公共事务的机会越来越多。那我们今天有请到我们的 second generation， 我们的这个 Mary Ying 来到我们的节目现场。其实 Mary 现在是 Mary Liu，right？Yes,
yes.
Wow, Mary 刚刚有跟我们 mention 到他们的这个 internship， 就是学生送到这一些重要的成功者的办公室，不管你是国会议员也好，或者是在当地的这一些优秀的企业也好，学习到很多的这种领袖人才的这一些经验哦。那接下来呢，我们也请 Mary 跟我们分析一下说，哇，APAPA还有很多的其他的这一些很棒的这个 program， 我们都可以参与的。So can you tell us that?
Yes.
I know you guys are trying to do something about K-12, right?
Yes, the Asian American History Bill, so that Asian Pacific Islander Americans across the country will be engaged and support Asian American history in K through 12. So in the academic curriculum in this public school system between kindergarten and when students graduate from high school in their 12th grade, that they will have a curriculum and information and educational opportunities to learn about history, Asian American history, to celebrate our history, and to know the role models and the positive contributions of Asian Pacific Americans in our country. And that's so important, especially after the last few years have been so challenging with rising hate crimes targeting the most vulnerable of our community. Truly, education is the door of opportunity, and it is one of the long-term, I think it's in our arsenal and something that we really need to fight to ensure that our legacy is honored and shared with the next generation, that we feel truly proud and honored of the contributions of our parents, our grandparents, many of them, like my parents, Cece and Regina Yin, who are the founders of APAPA, our national nonprofit organization, immigrated to this country from China or Taiwan and other countries. And they have made significant contributions. And we want to share, we want to celebrate, their sacrifice, their hard work. And we want to ensure that our children and our children's children learn about those stories. Those are compelling stories, and they are so meaningful. And they should be celebrated. We should be proud of that. And that is why APAPA has taken on that torch to carry that forward. Right now, if you go to the website, apapa.org, you will see under civic engagement, K through 12 Asian American history. It is an important initiative and program. And so far, we have collected over 3,500 letters from the general public, over 3,500 people, not just students, but adults, people of all ages, have signed on letters and sent to their legislators who represent us. We have elected them to represent us, which is so important. Mm-hmm. We want this to be a priority for them to push for legislation across the country. It's state by state, so each state has their own legislation. In California, that has not passed yet, but we are still working on that. Okay. You know, each state, you know, some states are red, some states are blue. Texas is more Republican. Mm-hmm. California is definitely more blue, definitely more Democrat. We would prefer, because APAPA is nonprofit, we would prefer that this bill be passed in a bipartisan fashion, where the leaders or the co-authors of the bill are Republican and Democrat. But we are gathering that momentum. It's the Unity Against Hate rallies, which we started during the peak of the pandemic in 2020 and also 2021, where we had the rallies across the country. We partnered with over 180 diverse nonprofits, not just APAPA, but NAACP, OCA, JACL, local chambers of commerce, the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce as well. And 180 organizations participated with us in the rallies. And it was very heartwarming and amazing to see when you pick up the phone and you have an emergency that the NAACP, the president at that time was Betty Williams in the state of Betty Williams, who was the executive director and the president of NAACP in California, said, I will mobilize my 54 chapters, the African Americans, and mobilize and stand by you and support you at your rallies. And we always support them, MLK March, and everything else as well. But to receive that support, to receive the reciprocity, means so much to us. And we have strengthened those diverse partnerships. And those partnerships also came to stand by us and are with us for the K through 12 initiative, not just the Asian community, but the Hispanic, the mainstream, and the African American community. Those individuals have signed on to support this type of important legislation so that our history will be shared across the country, state by state.
So if we want to participate, we just go into APAPA's website, or you can provide a QR code. We can put on our TV, people scan the QR code.
Yes.
You can sign right away, right? So we can notify our assembly, our senator to support this K-12.
It's easy, it takes 10 seconds, and it's so important to have our voices heard. Please visit apapa.org, apapa.org, and visit the Civic Engagement page for K through 12 Asian American history. And we hope that you will also contact us, keep in touch with us. We are all about inspiring, engaging, and empowering our communities to have a voice. Asian Americans are part of the fabric of this community. We belong here. We want our voices to be heard. We need to engage on all levels, especially for leadership at the highest level and civic engagement as well. And we're very proud to do that with so many thousands of volunteers across the country that lead our 43 chapters. They're all volunteer-led.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Mary Liu. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you so much.
APAPA 真的做了很多对我们社区非常有意义的事情哦，所以大家如果有任何的这个讯息想要多了解的话，赶快上他们的网站 apapa.org， 你就可以看到我们刚刚讲到的，其实有很多的这个华裔美国人，我们这个亚洲人在美国人的这个故事，我们真的都需要放到课本里面，让美国人的下一代都能够了解我们的这些历史故事哦。那这些很好很有意义的事情，我们真的很值得大家一起来支持。再次谢谢我们的APAPA， Thank you so much， Thank you。